Hello there. Very nice to meet you. I am Mr. Business, and you're here for the meeting. Okay, that's very cool. So please tell me in 400 words or less how you, a potential new employee who's never been here before, would take a bullet for our business.
Come closer so we can discuss innovation and alignment of team synergies.
Oh my god, I feel sick already. Well, good evening, laddies, lass and lasses. Welcome to this very professional video. I do hope you enjoy your stay. So what are we doing today? You might ask, what is with this getup? Click, you're almost dressed up apart from not wearing socks. And yes, indeed, today we're looking at r/Antiwork. Oh my god. It's a subreddit that I have enjoyed scrolling myself. It's really funny. Now, some parts of the subreddits are obviously like a bit biased, it's a bit one-sided, but I figured, you know, everyone enjoys a really good, like, frick you, I quit story or something similar. So I figured we would look at some of the, like, nice, satisfying stories there and, yeah, go through it together, baby. Enjoy. Mwah. Oh, yes, indeed, Steve. I think we have found ourselves our new CEO. Yeah, it's me. It's me. Boss. Good evening, me. I was reviewing the cameras from our shift today and noticed that you were sitting on a stool for the majority of your shift. This is completely unacceptable behavior, and we will be discussing it tomorrow before shift. I cleared it with lead. I have 2 broken bones in my left foot, doctor documented. Aside from that, I packed 240 UPH for the entirety of my shift, 12 full hours. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we do have a ranked list of packaging displayed directly above our stations. My efforts earned me first place today. So just to be clear, my impressive performance was overshadowed by the fact I wasn't uncomfortable enough while doing it.
I am really not appreciating your attitude. You could have just said the first part where it was cleared with another lead instead of being disrespectful. This kind of behavior isn't going to get you anywhere here.
Hey, thanks for wasting my precious off time with some garbage you didn't bother investigating beforehand. Seriously, 240, what you claim to be the pinnacle of performance. I achieved it. And I get grief because I was sitting while doing it. You guys need to get your priorities straight. It is no wonder that you have such difficulties retaining staff. I am not concerned with going anywhere there. It's a toxic environment with ignorant people at the helm. I won't be in tomorrow or ever again.
We don't need to rush you leaving. Let's talk in the morning. We can sort this out.
No thanks. Have a good life.
How dare you sit down? Oh, let's be inspirational. Screw you, chair. That's for weaklings.
Okay, rest of the video we do it like this. Will that give me a higher CPM with YouTube? Because I was uncomfortable while I hope so. Dear God, I love stories like this. It's so satisfying. Oh my God, it just tickles me in places that are very good. God, I feel businessy today. Oh yes. Chris.
Where are you at?
Huh?
You told me Mark could work night shift today.
No, I did not. I told Mark I couldn't work Monday.
You told him you couldn't work in the morning, but you could work normal hours.
As you know, I found out yesterday that my dad passed away. I'm gonna go ahead and take at least the one day I get a week off to mourn his death. I'm so sorry for an inconvenience this will cause you.
My uncle died a few days ago. I lost my grandma. Stop being a victim.
Mail me my check, I quit, and go frick yourself.
Oh, your family is dying? Well, have you considered that boxes need packing?
I swear to God, what is it with these people that like achieve, I don't know, some middle manager position at some warehouse and it's like,
I own everyone here. I am a god.
I mean, to be fair, bad employees and bad managers are both surprisingly common, but I suppose bad managers have a little bit more implications because it's someone that actually has some kind of power over you. I think that's why these stories are so satisfying, because bad employees exist too, but it's usually not as big of a splash. You know, it's just someone comes in, they don't do a good job, they leave after a couple of weeks, and bada bing, bada boom, that's usually the end of it. But with managers, it's so much more satisfying to see it put in their place. Just like, oh my God, you think you own people? Well, I guess not.
This guy told his job he didn't want a birthday party because of his anxiety. They threw him one anyway. He had a panic attack. They fired him for his behavior. He sued, and now they owe him $450K.
Jesus Christ. Company. What are you thinking?
I mean, I guess you aren't thinking, but like, oh my God. They usually say that companies are soulless, but apparently also brainless. Dear God. I mean, not to mention the horrible behavior to begin with, but just so incredibly obviously just walking into a lawsuit. Oh my God.
People no longer believe working hard will lead to a better life, survey shows.
Gee. Yeah, newsflash. You mean the kind of work hard when you're sitting at some office or some warehouse or something, and if you finish your tasks faster, you just get more tasks, but no more pay? You mean that kind of hard work?
Oh, I wonder why.
John, work. Hey, Brandon. We are short-staffed for the rest of the year because Sarah just quit without any warning. What a bish, am I right? Yeah, agree with me, please. We are really backed up, so we're going to need you to come in during Thanksgiving this year. Don't be shocked if you have to come in during Christmas Eve and day 2. But we are professional and a family here. I already told you 3 weeks ago I needed that week off and you've agreed. Now you're changing your mind. I will not be working Thanksgiving. And if you ask me again, I will not be working for you at all anymore. We have set expectations with you multiple times this year. Coming in is the least you can do. Your PTO request has been denied. I am not asking you to come in, I'm telling you that you have to. And I'm telling you that you will have no worker at all now. I quit. What did you think was going to happen? But I'm so good for this person to stand up for themselves. Oh my god, this is so bad. What? I'm willing to go on a limb and assume that they wouldn't even be paid extra for it. Oh, overtime on Christmas? What do you mean? I thought it was Christmas, which means you giving your soul to the company. Seriously, every time. I saved over $100,000 in just 3 years by the time I was 27. Here are my top money saving tips. Blah blah blah, saving that much money was a walk in the park. I was lucky to have the support of my mother, who worked tirelessly to help me pay all 4 years of my private college tuition, which was roughly $35,000 a year. I saved $100,000 by having my mom give me $140,000. I swear to God, these like self-made stories are like so incredibly out there and out of touch. And to be perfectly honest, there isn't really a thing such as a self-made person. Everyone has received help and inspiration or guidance along the way into various extents, and it's a huge part of success. Not to say that effort and hard work doesn't matter, of course, everything plays a role. Very few things in life are like a one variable thing, but you know, these kind of like self-inspiration thing, I am self-made, I just got my everything in life for free. Like, okay, well, this isn't gonna help anyone, you know? Anyone else is in the same situation have already done this. What? How is this even a story? I would say one of the best ways I personally got ahead when I started getting a little bit older was to make sure I had a few options. It's much easier said than done. It takes a few years to get to that point if you're lucky, but having a few options in the workplace or knowing that you can afford to go somewhere else helps you so much in confidence if you're stuck, for example, in a bad salary negotiation or something similar. For example, when I went full-time with YouTube, it was a job, I suppose, I had worked on in weekends and evenings for quite a long time, and it was slowly getting to the point where I was like, should I try this as a job thing? And then when the actual office I had wouldn't provide like a good salary increase, that was really poor, I didn't mind so much. I wasn't like as insecure as I've been previously in my life because I knew I had an option, something I was considering taking the leap to. Having options is good. Having a frick-off capital is also really good. Just knowing in the back of your head that you can afford to quit if it's getting way too messy and just afford the months until you get the next job, it's such a life changer. Easier said than done, but it's a point really worth striving for, if you can.
Hashtag millennials are causing a baby bust. They aren't having enough kids to keep the US population at the replacement level.
That's because rent is $1,500 and jobs paying $12 an hour. Why aren't they having more the bubbies? I don't even live in the US. And I don't think I know a single person that owns a house. My age, that is. And I'm not even that young anymore. God, frick! It's so bad! If the salary is so competitive, why don't you tell me what it is? From all job seekers? Well, that's true. If the salary really was that competitive, you would assume it was like such a marketing deal, right? Why wouldn't you show it? Honestly, I see the same thing nowadays as well. The same thing I did when I was job hunting, when I was a wee lad, I still see now, but with different things, like sponsors, for example. Almost every single person that ever reaches out to me almost never offer me a fair deal, unless it's a scam. Those are the only ones who like agree to your deal right away. It's like, all right, here's my minimum offer. We can do half that. No, cease. I think the thing that got me past that point, but that also took many years, was just getting past the point of desperation, where it's like, this would be nice to have, but I don't need it right now. It's not like a do or die. Once you get to that point, it's much easier to say no, and most of the time, actually, they come around and offer you what you want at that time, because it's a lot of work for them to, reinitiate the entire thing with someone else. That can go for jobs, for contracts, for sales, for commissions, whatever it might be. not being too eager to accept whatever lowball offer they toss you right away is usually a good idea. A lot of people even do it on purpose because they want to barter about it. They expect you to barter back, so they do a little bit lower than they expect to sell in the first place. Which isn't like, you know, I don't know, morally speaking, I don't know, I don't think it's great when the individual on the receiving end is young or inexperienced, but I don't know, companies also don't really care about you personally. It's not really a thing. Like, bartering is sadly the truth when it comes to it, and realizing that usually helps.
I do, but only if you're willing to be on Pepsi Family, #wedding season.
A Pepsi Family Limafao. My father worked for your bottling company for 25 plus years. You fired him after denying to extend his leave while he was undergoing chemo. I guess to avoid paying out insurance. He died a few months later. Frick you and Pepsi families. Companies aren't families. It's such BS. Social stuff on companies can be fun if you're lucky enough to get into like a good place with like fun people. It can genuinely be enjoyable, like after work activities and stuff, but it shouldn't be an argument to replace something else. If they're like, oh, no, you're not getting a pay increase this year because we have a pool table. No, they don't exclude each other. What? You should get paid no matter what. Like, the social stuff is a really nice bonus that can make work more inspiring or socially fun or whatever, but it's not like a replacement. Ooh, people want to be paid more? How about a pizza party? How about both? What? The whole family argument as well. Jesus Christ. I think the only times I've heard an argument myself, like, ooh, we're family here, is when they really try to undersell you on something. Like, you should be loyal to us because we are a family. Not that, you know, they would ever stick their neck out for you if anything similar came up. Like, oh, you're sick and can't work for a month? They probably won't treat you as, you know, a struggling family member at that point. So, you probably shouldn't in the other direction either.
It's a two-way street, baby.
My boss deactivated my coworker's email who just quit too quickly and didn't realize it controls our company's calendar. And now all those events from the next 3 years are gone. Oh my god, nobody's working for the next 3 years? How good. Arkansas waitress was fired for not sharing her $4,400 tip with coworkers. Owner wanted a cut also. She said pulling tips has never happened in the 3 years she worked there. She made nearly $10K on GoFundMe since being fired. Gosh darn it. Frickin', oh, Jesus. It's so nice though that she made it back, but oh my god, what a scummy place. Bus drivers in Japan went on a strike, but continued to drive their route while refusing to take fares from passengers. So keeping Japan on time, but costing the bus companies gas on top of lost revenue. Oh my god, the effort, but also like, gosh darn, it's like nobody's bothered by it. Everyone is gonna be on the bus driver's side. Like, oh, you drove us to work for free, basically. It's absolutely amazing. Oh my god, massive props. Like, this is some Chad moves right there. Oh my god. Let's normalize not confusing someone's free time with their availability. Oh yes. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Becky canceled Saturday. I need you to come in and cover for her.
That is not my problem. Saturday is my day off and I've been working 8 hours straight, and I really need it.
I'm sorry, we're short-staffed. I need you.
I'm not coming in, so...
You have to. I'll see you Saturday.
No, you won't. I'm not coming in. You can't make me.
You sure you want to do this? You really want to put your health insurance on the line?
You're threatening them with health insurance? This is the route you want? This is how you create trust with employees? What are you gonna do? Fire me? I know you're short-staffed after Hunter and Paige quit last week, and you were already short on bartenders.
I don't accept that kind of attitude. Last chance, I'll see you Saturday or I won't see you again.
Did you really just threaten me with health insurance? Whatever, I'm done with this. You can consider this my notice. I've had enough of your BS. Sounds to me that the company's doing a little shebang shaboong, going Titanic, so to say. It's sinking really bad. Wait, your way of inspiring employees is to threaten to take away their health insurance? That is so scummy. What are you doing? You're not running a mafia here. You're like a middle manager at a cafe or something. Chill. Wouldn't it be better to offer like a little bit of overtime? To be compassionate with you know, their motivation? You're both human. It shouldn't be that hard to relate to it, right? It's, you know, oh, if you come in this Saturday, we really need you. I know you've been working a long time, but we can pay you 50% more per hour to like cover the shift because it's worth it for the company and we want to show appreciation for your hard work.
Easy! Why not?
God! And instead you just lost your entire crew. That's gonna cost you way more than paying someone a little bit more per hour to come in on a Saturday. Like, I don't get this. It's so weird. It's a loss for the company. Like, what? Even if you want to be soulless about it, it's still a loss. It's just stupid.
It's our hilarious intern's last day. He's autistic and a super straight shooter. My vice president asked him in front of everyone on his way out,
"You gonna miss this place and the people here at all?" And he said, no, and walked out.
You sweet summer child. This isn't like a LinkedIn post where everyone is gonna be like the Instagram version of professional. You know, it's like, oh, sprinkles. It's like, no. It's he is saying what everyone is thinking.
Teen Vogue. For example, if you ask for a raise by yourself and your company doesn't want to give it to you, your boss might be completely within the rights to fire you. Seems bad, right? However, if you and even just one other coworker unite and go to the boss to ask for a raise together, legally, the boss can't retaliate against you. That becomes protected concerted activity under the National Labor Relations Act. Damn, Teen Vogue with the life hacks. Heck yeah.
A new show called Sweeping Up with the Kardashians, where Kim is forced to work for a minimum wage in the retail and service industries for 1 year, without access to any of her assets, and then read back quotes she said about getting to work.
I remember those clips. They are so cringe. Oh, it's so bad.
And then there's another clip accompanying it when they're sitting and be like,
Yeah, you know, working hard just isn't me. Like, I just hate working.
and then in that clip it's just, people just don't want to work anymore.
Do as I preach and not as I do.
Didn't they also set up a fundraiser for like their own employee getting a surgery that costed like a few $10,000 instead of like doing it themselves? So the public had to pay for it, and also had a fundraiser for something like, oh, make her a billionaire, because she's not quite there yet.
I need you tomorrow.
Saturdays are my days off. I'll be with my fiancée.
I'm short and I need you to come in.
Okay, how much am I getting?
Huh?
You are short-staffed and you need work tomorrow. We call that expedited. For $39.75, I can be there tomorrow. For $13, I'll see you on Monday.
Jesus, it's like... It's so weird. Why do you think you own this person based? Oh my god, it's wild.
Old rules don't work. At Kellogg's US announced it's firing strikers who refused, quote, designed by strike-breaking consultants, offers structure to turn workers against each other, taking applications online. Millennials and Gen Z applied en masse with no intent of taking jobs. Crash system.
I have seen this one before, and everything I think is just like, you know, working from home is nice, right? You just made it possible for people to go on strike from home on their computers without leaving their house, and you expected fewer people to do it? It's amazing.
Crew are not allowed to discuss their rate of pay.
If you see this shite, definitely talk about your pay, because your employer is def hiding some shady shite, and you all need to stick together for it. If I'm gonna be honest, the company already knows exactly what everyone is being paid, right? And you know, they probably know relatively well what the market is paying for the same position as well, unless they're completely out of touch. You having some sort of reference for your own pay helps a lot. It's not unfair in the least, and you should know it because it puts you on equal grounds for discussing that kind of stuff with your company. Having only one side access to that information is just incredibly unfair. When I graduated, when I first entered the job market like full-time a bunch of years ago, I had a few good friends who had very similar degrees to mine. So we all bounced our like salaries, like, oh, how much did you get this year? Like this versus this. Oh, you switch jobs. Okay, how much did that change things? And yada yada. It helped a ton because you had a frame of reference. You no longer got gaslit into thinking you were overpaid for something you actually knew with a pretty good frame of reference. Staying informed is incredibly valuable. Anyone who tells you that you shouldn't be informed is probably just hiding stuff. A business. Pepsi has sued 4 Indian farmers $150,000 each for growing the type of potato used in the chip for its Lay brand.
What stage of capitalism is it when massive corporations can sue poor people for growing food?
What would be the point? It's not like they're making chips. What are you? Oh my god. The reward for work well done is the opportunity to do more. That's inspiring, right? I know what my employees like.
Hashtag inspiration. Are these even like made by humans? I find this so weird. Like, humans have very similar motivating factors, right? Like, we've all been there. Why do you think this is motivating for anyone? Would you think it's motivating if you were there? Probably not. Why do you think it's motivating for anyone else?
Dear team, I'm sorry to inform those that haven't heard already that our dear friend and coworker Blorp has recently passed away. To mourn the death of someone so dedicated is only natural if you need a moment to grieve. Please feel free to clock out and spend some time in the break room.
Make sure you aren't, on paid hours while being sad.
While it may sound insensitive, it's important that we don't let our productivity slide. I think it's fair to say Blorp wouldn't have wanted that.
Yeah, his last dying wish. Oh, if you're gonna mourn me, make sure to clock out first. Oh. Woo! Hashtag corporate inspiration, baby.
And also, please do not clock out while the store is busy, as this will add undue stress on the team. If there are any issues with this, please contact me directly. And do not discuss these issues with coworkers, as it may cause undue stress. Discussing this may result in immediate dismissal. Unable are the loved to die, for love is immortality. Management. Oh gee, wow, we're doing inspirational quotes now. Live, laugh, clock out to mourn. I don't get the argument that employers can't afford to pay $15 an hour. That is the value of labor. If I can't afford a Porsche, then I can't get a Porsche. I don't get to demand a discount on Porsches. If a business can't afford labor, that's on the business, not the labor market. If it's actually theoretically doing so poorly that you can't afford to pay someone to, like, offhand a task, then the business probably isn't meant to be, you know? I mean, that's not the case in most, the big companies can most of the time afford that kind of stuff, and it's just, they don't want to. But, even theoretically, if there was an argument for it, it would still be silly. I actually went to a reunion a few years ago, and there was a dude there that graduated, like, in the 60s. He was probably 80 years old, and he still went to party with us when we were, like, 20-something. It was amazing. And he added something that was like a semi-joke, but it's kind of true. He just said that if all y'all in here just demand higher pay, like every single one of you, because you're all gonna be working in the same field, you will all be winners. And it's true in one way, it really is. He was a funny guy. I hope to see him again. He was fun to drink with. A male counterpart told me he was making $10,000 more than me a year for the same job. He then helped me prepare to ask for the salary increase. I got it. We had not disclosed our salary. Had we not disclosed our salaries, I would have never known. Not discussing salaries only benefits the employer. Yeah, it's fair ground for talkie-walkies. It's very good. My daughter was just offered a teaching position for $16.25 per hour. She has 2 masters in education. That's $32,800 annual. No wonder they can't find good teachers. She was making $55K as a bartender. Our priorities are fricked up. And with bartending, you don't have to deal with annoying kids. Only like the occasional annoying drunk. In my mind, that's way more fun. Got this new manager at work, and he said he doesn't believe in working from home and wants the office back in 5 days a week from Monday. I have never seen so many resignation letters in my life. One positive thing that came out of COVID, I think a lot of people realized that many like in-person meetings and all must be in the office things are things that you can do from anywhere, especially when the world is so incredibly digitalized. At least, a lot of jobs are. Like, those moments where it's like this meeting could have been an email? I think that really woke a lot of people up to that fact. And forcing people to be back just for the sake of it, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah. I am at my desk. You are late, thank you. What? I'm late? Yes, your day starts at 8:30 a.m. Yeah, I messaged you 5 minutes ago. Nope, you messaged at 8:34. Just sent you a picture on my message where it says 6 minutes ago. I'm not going to argue. I have 8:34 a.m. So if we scroll up in the conversation, which is this very conversation, the same one, look at that. I am at my desk. 8:29. They were even there 1 minute earlier. And because this individual can't even read the time on specific text messages, they're now getting in trouble for it. Isn't that beautiful? Humans, man. Gotta love them. I'm a skilled tradesman who is supposed to get a $3,000 bonus at the end of the year for making the company $150,000 in profit per my contract. I doubled it, which is supposed to increase my bonus. This is what I received. 100% done with this industry. Oh, look at this cold weather boot sock. Oh my god, it's because after next paycheck you won't even be able to afford heating. Woo! As a kid, I was always incredibly bummed out when I got socks for Christmas. Getting socks as a bonus is probably a thicker slap than that. Ooh, you made us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here are some socks. Hell yeah. Working your whole life just to enjoy a few years when you're close to death is one of the biggest scams. Yeah, I think the life most people are looking for is some kind of balance, honestly. There's more to life than just working, and it's sometimes it can really feel like a trap when the only way up is just to give up everything else in your life, and it's difficult to get out of. Jesus Christ. Reminder, if a team runs itself for 6 months while you hire a manager, you shouldn't be hiring, you should be promoting. Yes? McDonald's and Visa partnered to show fast food restaurant workers can live on $8.25 an hour if they just budget a little bit. You hear that, millennials, with your avocado toasts and Starbucks lattes? Let's get into it, shall we? Unfortunately, that budget includes working a second job and not having heat. Let's see, okay. $100 savings? Ooh, la-di-da, expensive. Mortgage rent? That seems a little low. Car payment? Okay. Car/home insurance, health insurance, heating 0. Cable/phone?
could be reasonable depending on what you have, maybe. Electric, doubt it. Other, monthly expenses total, monthly spending money, daily spending money goal. This is proof that rich people are so incredibly out of touch with reality.
You can support yourself with this job. You want to know the secret? Get another job. Mwah.
A competing company is offering us 20% more to work for them. Management's response: "Oh my god, we seriously appreciate you. Milk is in the refrigerator." Oh, what a party. Oh, they even got face masks so we can filter out the BS. Isn't that amazing?
So let's see. Now let's make this a fair comparison. We have 20% raise or a little box of Rice Krispies. It is a difficult choice.
I only come into the office with a laptop. I used to bring a backpack, but then people can tell when you're coming into work and when you're leaving. Now I just walk in with my laptop and maybe a water bottle. That way, people think I'm just coming out of a meeting, even if I come into the office at 11 a.m. Sometimes I leave home early to around 2 p.m., walking out with my laptop, and people think I must be walking somewhere. Truth is, I'm walking to the parking lot to leave.
That is so good.
Oh my god, this is one of the things I used to hate about working in an office. It was just this like silent, stiff competition about who could stay the longest. And I'm not even sure everyone was productive. It was just like, oh, no, I can't be the one who leaves first. I left first 2 days ago. People are gonna think I'm lazy. Hello, staff. Due to shortage of staff from the common cold variant and terrible recruitment climate brought on to you by the entitled
Young generation,
we will be suspending PTO and sick pay for all vaccinated and non-vaccinated employees. Do not use Omicron as an excuse to miss work. Just wear a mask. Teehee corky. We have deadlines to meet. Employees who are found using this lame excuse will be terminated immediately.
you know, this pandemic or legit like sicknesses and stuff, excuses. Just wear a mask and a smile under the mask. I picture some company like this, like forcing people to have transparent masks so the customers can see your smile. Hi there.
I came into work this morning to find this taped on the wall. A boss went on a tirade against me and a coworker yesterday for talking to each other with no customers in the store.
Attention employees of Blorp. Work is not meant to be fun. This is your job. Do not dedicate work time to discussion of non-work topics. Do not facilitate friendships during work hours. Exchange phone numbers and or hang out after work is complete. Reach me at Blorp if a coworker is having non-work discussions at company time. Work is not your daycare, truth.
You really went minion meme on your employees. Oh dear God. But if nobody is around, and also wouldn't you want your workers to be like happy on the clock? Like, of course within reason, like you can't have people just mess around completely, but if the store is empty and people are just vibing, and also the customers will see that there's a good vibe in there, isn't that just good for everyone? What are you doing? And also minion meme, come on. Closed a $7.5 million contract at work. Got a $20 gift card at Subway, so thanks.
Get the double meat, you're worth it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shove all that meat. I mean, wholesome vibes. Employees, we are overworked. We need more resources. Traditional companies.
No.
Woe companies.
No. Wait, I have something for this.
Woe companies.
No. Hashtag equality, gay agenda, BLM. Did I kill a plant? Or did the plant not have what it takes to thrive in this fast-paced environment?
Did you offer the plant a competitive salary for a dynamic self-starter entry-level position with room for advancement at a company who plays just as hard as they work?
Unfortunately, despite the plant only being alive for 3 months, it needed 4 years of experience. Got it. Oh, it's so close to home.
Job offers be like, we need a virgin with 2 years of experience in sex. Can't fit it? Well, that's a you problem. Oh, heck yeah.
I remember this so distinctly, it's not even a joke. I remember when I was a newly grad and I was looking for job offers,
and it was always stuff like, we want a newly grad who's like a top 26 years old with 10 years of experience in the field.
What's the problem? You didn't work since you were 8 years old in your master's field? That doesn't sound professional.
I have no passion for work. I have been working since I was 16 years old. My only passion is relaxation without having to worry about the bills getting paid. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. I think it depends on work and stuff too. I can't say that I've been passionate about every job I've ever done. Pretty far from it. Most of the time it's like, if the time there is bearable and it pays the bills and I have enough time to do some things in my free time, then it's a pretty good life balance. Nowadays, I have a completely flipped thing about it. I love the job I do now more than anything else I've ever done. But it's also, I never get time off. It's weird. I don't want to complain about it, but it's like one of the things that make other people burn out, like other creator friends and stuff I have, is one of the most common things, that you are never, ever free. Even when I go traveling on the rare occasion, I still work in the evenings because you can't really, work ahead that much or get time off. So, I don't know. It's a weird balance. It really is. One thing I've realized when it comes to jobs is that they can mean different things to different people as well. Some people, we value quite different things. I have friends, for example, who don't want to make an impressive career, for example, but they're perfectly happy where they are because the bills are paid, they have time to do their hobbies or do fitness things or whatever it might be, and they're living really nice lives. I would say they're some of the happiest people I know. Then I have people who are extremely passionate about their work, but sometimes they even decide to do less of it in the long run because they realize that they want to spend more time with their family, for example. There are many ways to go about it, and I don't think there's one answer to it, but I think there should be space in the world for both of those roads, whatever you choose you want to do. It shouldn't be that alien. Sat through a horrible job interview for an hour, and the guy was like, by the way, this only pays 30k, so if you're looking for a job that pays better, look elsewhere. So I said, okay, I will. And then he was like, wait, no! Lamau, this was hours ago, and I still feel incredible.
Did you really? Why would you say that and not expect anyone to take you up on it? Oh my god.
That is amazingly funny.
Stanley, as you know, is retiring. I have been looking forward to this day since I was 18 years old. Oh, yes.
Hi, Shreyas. Have you submitted the test? Hey, not yet. Hi, Shreyas. My name is Sandy. Please do not use the word hey. It's offensive for me. If you cannot remember my name, simply say hi. Other words you should never use professionally. Dude, man, only hello, hi there. If you're not targeting a wide audience for a male, and to a senior, you chap or chick, thanks. Well, considering we were having a conversation over WhatsApp, not over LinkedIn or a mail chain. I'm just being casual as you were texting me on my personal number. And coming to being professional, I'm not the one being offended. WhatsApp is not a personal space anymore, it's being used for business. I am not insisting my ideology on you. If you understand it, fine. Or you will understand it sooner or later. Yikes. This feels like really overcompensating for stuff, or it's just some severe control issues. Should we tax the childless? The latest census has revealed plummeting birth rates and aging population. The UK needs radical ideas and long-term plan to prevent crippling workforce shortages in the near future, argues demographer Paul Moreland, who joined us live for a QA in the comments below. It's expensive to have kids, and people aren't financially prepared for various reasons. Oh my god, let's cripple them financially a little bit more. That ought to do it.
Fight fire with fire or what?
God, the logic, man. Employee accidentally paid 286 times his salary, resigns and vanishes without a trace. That's like, what, 23, 25 years or something of salary? That's amazing. That's like half your work life. Just bam. Yeah, scarabouche, scarabish, I'm gone.
Waitress wanted must be 18 years old with 20 years of experience.
Woo! What's the problem? You can easily have 20 years of experience if you just work 2 parallel jobs.
Life hacks. The average loyal employee receives a 2 to 5% pay raise? 2.5% pay rise each year. Nailed it. The average job hopper receives 10 to 20% increase in salary every time they move jobs. So employees, instead of complaining about candidates hopping jobs, how about we just do a better job of giving them a reason to stay? I think this was something we realized, myself and my newly grad friends. Like the first 3 to 4 times you switch jobs after graduating was when the salary did the biggest jump. It was kind of interesting.
Applied so hard and got so far, but in the end, I wasn't even hired.
LinkedIn Park. Oh my god, this could be a new band. Hashtag relatable. I saw a job post the other day. It required 4 years of experience in Fast API. I couldn't apply as I only have 1.5 years of experience. Since I created the thing, maybe it's time to reevaluate the years of experience equals skill level stuff.
So this is literally the creator of the tool. And it hasn't been out long enough for anyone to have that kind of experience. So the creator of the tool can't get hired using the tool. Gee.
It's Hope. I have a family emergency. I can't come in tonight.
Start calling around. You need to get it covered. What's your emergency?
I will try, and we just had to put our family dog down.
That is not the best reason to tell me you're not coming to work.
Okay, I'm also turning in my 2 weeks, but if you need something written, I can do that as well.
I'll just figure it out tonight.
No.
Do you promise to love us unconditionally and value your employer above your friends and family?
No, I just want to make a demonis.
Look me in the eye and tell me you would jump on a live hand grenade to protect this Wendy's.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that. When I went to interviews in the past, it's always like, why do you specifically have the dream of working at this company? I'm like, yeah, this is company number 10 I sent in my resume to. It's like, fam, what? Like, hiring people who aren't genuinely interested in the job is, of course, a thing. I go through the same process when I look for people to work with. What would I do now too? I don't expect people to have unconditional loyalty, but, you know, not suffering through the workday is usually a good thing. So I don't know, it's all about reasonable things, and this has always struck me as kind of weird. It's so extreme. And this car wash now hiring. Snowflake generation do not apply. Oh gee, Andy's car wash. I guess this YouTuber will keep reading memes. Dear God, my life has gone downhill. Thwaites Brewery in England told workers it was cutting 60 staff. My dad's mates worked as electricians and shorted lights in retaliation. Oof.
If a company's always hiring, it means they're also always firing. Ah, yes, the ancient wisdoms.
What is the best professional advice you have ever received? A toxic work environment is more likely to change you than you are to change it. Get out. Yeah, that is very true. A toxic environment is always bigger than you as an individual person, and you are more likely to get sucked down with it rather than changing the whole thing, especially if you haven't even been there the longest. Yeet, skeet, delete. My friend had a job interview, but it turned out to be an elaborate parking scam. They make you park in a specific parking structure and charge you like $30 an hour, then give you a 10-minute BS interview. That is so sad. Oh my god. They must have so many interviewees to even make it worth it. Camera, there you focus on the face, thank you. We don't want to bring this to HR now, do we? What is going on here? Come on, y'all, I need a laugh.
You don't need a union, because we are a family here.
Millennials are cheering for a housing market crash. Millennials are actually cheering for a housing market crash on Twitter so they can afford a home. It seems the very image of entitlement. Oh gee, I can't imagine not paying $2 million for an average starting home. Oh my god, selfish.
My boss was like, people working from home are just pretending to work. And it's like, dude, what did you think I was doing in the office? The CEO told me, if you don't like it here, leave. So I did. I worked at a small firm in NJ that deals with office equipment like printers and shredders. There has been a change in management, and overtime and off-the-clock contact has been pushed hard. Pay was low, PTO sucked, and there was no real path to advancement. Additionally, the company was GPS tracking all employees without written consent, illegal, and the management was always up my butt about small issues. Oh, that sounds great. One day, I get called into a surprise meeting, and my manager, HR, and the CEO is there. CEO lays into me about how I'm not a team player, says if I was on his team I wouldn't last, and compares me not answering my phone off hours to my girlfriend not texting me when she's busy. That seems recent. What? If your partner is really busy working or doing something specific or in the cinema, like, they can take an hour or two to respond. That's normal? What are you getting at? At some point the sentence,
if you don't like it here, then leave,
leaves his mouth. After he is done, he storms out and leaves me with the manager and HR. Manager then makes a thinly veiled threat saying,
I have to be constantly looking at my team and making changes where necessary.
That weekend, I applied to a couple of dozen jobs, and in less than 2 weeks I had secured a position at a new company with better management, pay, and benefits. I gave no notice to the old company and just left my company vehicle and property inside of it on a Sunday night. I made sure to email the whole company stating what the CEO and manager had said. Be careful what you wish for, because it might just happen. If you're gonna start a conflict like that, like thinly veiled threats and all that kind of jazz, like, someone is gonna take you up on it sooner or later. It's just like asking for something to go wrong sooner or later. Yikes. Good morning. Did you create an order for this week? Or an inventory? I am confused. Was my position eliminated or not? Yes, but you did inventory and prepped an order on Sunday. Was wondering where it was, if at all. Bless your heart. You don't fire someone and then still contact them and ask questions about the job because you don't know. 25 years in the kitchen. Just thought you would have been professional. In 25 years, I have never had anyone fire me, then expect me to still do work. That is so embarrassing. Oh my god, and they pulled the professional card? Trying to get free labor off of someone they fired? You sweet summer child. Nobody wants to work anymore? A brief history of complaining that nobody wants to work for starving wages. 2022, according to the study, no one wants to work. 2014, 6, 99, 81, 79, 69, nobody wants to work anymore. 52, 40, 37, all the way down to 1894. It's becoming apparent that nobody wants to work these hard times. Scandal. It's that TikTok of 1894 ruining the kids. I mean, TikTok is absolute garbage, but like for other reasons. Check out my TikTok, by the way, in the description. It is a mistake indeed. Breaking. Local PhD students discovers that a single week of vacation does not cure burnout. Today I learned that up to half the workers in ant colony are only pretending to work, just looking busy so they don't get tasked with anything. I respect ants so much more. That is amazing. Oh my god. It is tough being the breadwinner for my landlord's family. Darn it, William, stop playing video games at work. Give me a sec, I just have to fight the boss. Kashmek. Alright, I am back. Priorities, heck yeah. Does he think you can interrupt your Elden Ring session? Outrageous. I was so close to beating Margit. Why are you unfocusing, camera? Focus on me. Thank you. How it feels to be alive lately. Existing. That'll be $70. It really do be like that though. You can sit idle for days in your office, but the moment you ask for half a day of leave, you become the strategically most important employee. What do you mean take an afternoon off? Well, everything is gonna burn. But in 2 weeks, Friday, management went bananas and fired me. Forced them to come pick up their truck on a Sunday. Started a new job 2 months ago. I do field plumbing service and work, so to speak. It hasn't been going well, and I decided Friday to put in my 2 weeks while giving notice. I guess it was a bad idea, because things on employer's side got real unprofessional real quick. Oh my god, am I hearing about unprofessionality? Oh, outrageous. My direct boss had a meltdown when I told him calmly and professionally that I was quitting. Told me to frick off and hung up on me. I took that as being fired. Their problem was I had their F350 work truck. They demanded I bring their truck back to main HQ 3 hours away without a ride home. Yesterday, I emailed them and told them to come get their shite. I had the police come over and declare the vehicle abandoned. They would tow in 24 hours. The big boss and the boss that told me to frick off had to come all the way out here on a Sunday to get their truck before it got towed off my property. That is so embarrassing. Oh my god. Well, Lotties, Lasses, and Lassos, I do hope you enjoy these very satisfying stories from these subreddits. It's something I enjoy from time to time. I have to take it with a bit of salt sometimes because, of course, it's like, you know, it's only one sort of story, so it doesn't bring, you know, like a whole overview picture of the entire working market everywhere, but it's still really satisfying stories that I think most of us have experienced at least once or twice. Thank you so much for watching, you beautiful being. I do hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Mwah.